You open your Etsy shop one morning, you've got your nice cup of coffee in hand, you're nice and cozy, and then your stomach drops because you see it. A negative review on your Etsy shop. And all of a sudden, your calm morning has completely turned upside down, your heart is racing, and you're panicking about what to do next. I have been there and done that too many times to count. And today I'm going to be sharing with you exactly what to do and not to do if you get a negative review in your Etsy shop. Welcome back to Coffee and Cha-Chings. I'm Emily. I am a mom of two and former educator who loves helping others start, grow, and scale their own Etsy print-on-demand shops. Now, I started this whole journey with no experience in e-commerce, so the idea of getting a one-star review or a bad review absolutely killed my confidence when I first started my shop. And honestly, after 3.5 years, they never stop really stinging. But I have learned a few strategies over the years on how to simply handle these and to not panic. The first important thing I want you to do is to not respond right away. I know when you see that one-star review, your gut instinct is to defend yourself, to defend your product, to defend the situation. But more often than not, I have learned that that really doesn't lead to a positive resolution most of the time, because emotional responses to Etsy buyers can actually end up doing more harm than good. So before you just react to that negative review, I want you to sit tight. The first thing I want you to do is not panic. I want you to just take a second, take a beat, step away from your computer before you do or say something that maybe won't end up with a positive resolution. The next step I want you to take is to message the customer privately first. And this is a step I see a lot of sellers skip. And it's really the most important one because this is how we are going to find a solution to this problem. And I'm saying that because you do not want to post a public response to a negative review. Why? Because if you respond publicly to a review, the Etsy buyer cannot change that review. So it is very important that you do not post a public reply until you have messaged the customer first to try to mediate the situation. And what I want you to do is to message them a kind, simple, customer service friendly email, letting them know that you saw their review, you are so sorry about their experience, depending on what the situation might be, and wanting to know if there's a way you can help solve the issue. And if things didn't go right in the process, you want to apologize and let them know that you're willing to take steps to make it right, whether that's a refund, a replacement, whatever that might be. So the first thing we need to know is figuring out what happened, letting them know you're willing to help solve the problem, and again, sending them that message privately. Sometimes customers will leave a one-star review just out of frustration. Just again, they just reacted to something without really thinking it through. And so what you can do is provide a human element to your business. Reach out to them as a small business owner. Let them know that as a small business owner, a family owned business, reviews are really important to you and that you want to provide the top level of customer service and you want to make it right for them. And here's a few also interesting things that have happened over the years when I do this. Number one, I have had people accidentally leave one-star reviews. So when I reach out to them, they say, "Oh my goodness, I did not mean to do that. I'm going to go change it right now." So that's great. The other thing that has happened is people will be really grateful that you reached out and tried to fix the problem. And then when you are able to solve it, they'll say to you, "Thank you so much. I'm going to go change my review now." And you can always provide those instructions for them as well. Now, something you do need to be careful of is you cannot bribe or really ask people to do that. You can't offer them something special to leave you a positive review. That is against Etsy's terms of service. So you do need to be careful how you do that. But I think it's important to let them know that you're a small business owner who relies on these positive reviews and good experiences. And a lot of times customers will be willing and offer to change that review. Now, in the best case scenario, a customer will respond to you and they will be willing to find a resolution with you. But if they do not do that, if they don't respond, usually I recommend reaching out maybe one more time But at that point, if they still continue to not respond, that is when I think it's a great idea to actually post a public reply. Now, why is that? It's because other buyers can see those public replies. And if you respond kindly in a customer service friendly way, explaining that you want to solve this problem with them and that you've reached out to find a resolution, that is going to give other buyers that confidence that you are responsive and willing to help if something does go wrong. Now, on Etsy's website, they also share some really important information regarding what to do if you receive a negative review. And one also important thing just to note is, when will Etsy actually remove a review? Now, there are moments where you may be eligible to have that negative review taken down. You can report it, but only if they fall under these circumstances. For example, if the customer provides identifying information, if they violate the anti discrimination policy, and about things that are outside the seller's control, such as the shipping carrier, if it's mentioned by name, Etsy, or a third party. So, if you believe that a review falls under any of these circumstances, you can try to report that to Etsy to see if they would be willing to remove it. Etsy also shares when they are unable to remove a review, and that is, even if you feel like a review is unfair or untrue, unfortunately, Etsy is not going to remove it unless it falls into one of those categories listed. They also give you instructions on how to privately respond to a review. You can go to an order and simply hit the message customer button, and then also how to respond publicly to a review. And so they also give you some tips here as well. So this is also a great resource, and I can put this link below in the show notes for you. The hard thing is, negative reviews are going to happen. It's a part of any business. And especially when we are sending products to customers, there are always going to be issues of some kind, whether it's that someone doesn't like it, or it might be a shipping issue. Maybe something gets damaged in the mail. Maybe it's not what they expected because maybe they didn't read the description fully. And yes, it might feel unfair at times, but I think what's most important to remember is that one negative review in a sea of other reviews is not going to completely derail or damage your Etsy shop. Etsy buyers are smart. They are looking at the whole picture when they are purchasing from a seller. But I think it's really important to remember the tools that you have at your disposal. Remember, do not panic, number one. Number two, always message the buyer privately first in a kind, calm way, letting them know that you're a small business owner, you want to provide top level customer service, and you want to make this right for them. Number three is, if they don't respond, you can always continue to message, but then you can also post a professional public reply on the message that other Etsy buyers can see. And the fourth thing is, as Etsy lays out, if you feel like it meets one of the violations under Etsy's policy, you can always report it to be removed. So, yes, negative reviews still always sting the heart a little bit, but you don't have to let them completely make you panic or bring you down. So I'd love to know, drop a comment below. What do you usually do when you get a negative review? Or was this helpful today for figuring out what to do for the next time? And as always, don't forget to hit like or subscribe below so you don't miss a single weekly video. My name is Emily, and I'll see you next time.